Yes, Brianetic Sports. My name is Brian, and it's just another day, another sports story, of course, coming your way here on Brianetic Sports. But of course, I have to remind you, and I want to thank you, every single one of you that has been part of this page and subscribing and sharing the good message. I see all your comments, and usually, sometimes I really want to. Come out and find a way of really answering everyone, but I'm not it's not possible for me to answer everyone, but I'll find over getting all those questions and answering them for you to get to know what is coming your way. Of course, the latest news coming our way is the construction. A lot of you have been asking when are we seeing the construction of Hoima Stadium beginning. It has now begun, and of course, you've seen on different medias and you've seen on different social media platforms showing the clearing process of the land, and everything is now beginning to take place. Like I told you, you remember last week I informed you that the reason why everything was being held back was because SUMMA was still finishing up and handing over the Mandela Stadium officially. So it was done, and now this week you've seen progress. They've been registering, workers, especially casual laborers that are going to be working on different things. I think the skilled bit about the work will be handled more by the SUMMA, the engineers, as well as other companies. I remember we told you that UPDF Engineering Brigade might play a role in this whole construction, but it is all begun, it's all started, and the people of Hoima, the people of the New region look like the people that are going to be benefiting so much in this whole process. But Uganda as well, the whole of Uganda will be also benefiting from this interesting venture that is beginning to take shape, that is beginning to take place, and we expect it to be completed in 18 months according to what they've told us. 18 months is going to be the date. Like I told you, there's going to be at least one every month. There's going to be a one day of rest for the people that are going to be working. So we expect it to be something very, very so intense to see that it works out. One of the things that I really want to see, especially for the local people, I think this is a sign that we need to learn how to take opportunities and take them on 100%. People are looking at only the construction sites as a possible way of making money, but I'm telling you this, there's going to be a lot of financial benefits that come in, especially for a region like Hoima. So for all people that are working in different different genres, especially when it comes to the line of work, you need to be very focused on looking at what really would make you money. I'll give you an example. Lucas Podolski, I just got to know from one journalist that Lucas Podolski owns some of the best line of the food. For example, the fast foods in there. He's one of the few people that own a lot of stores that really supplies this food. So you need to really find an opportunity even beyond. In fact, the money that Lucas Podolski is making from his whatever he's making, I think, is it sandwiches or something like that. But whatever he's doing and whatever he's really earning from there is, in fact, so much far much better from what he earned when he was playing for teams like Arsenal in there. So you need to find a way of maximizing these opportunities, and you need to be strategic, find a way of really strategizing and making money through these opportunities. But the construction is on, and that is very good news, especially for all the well wishers of the African Cup of Nations 2027, because we need to see it come to Uganda. Of course, a lot of people did not really sympathize with Kenya because they think it's a Kenyan problem. But when we have unrest in our region, then we need to really, really, really get worried, because it's one of the reasons why the tournament might be shifted. Because if you are not safe and the country cannot host it, then we cannot really have a stable tournament. So we pray for Kenya as well. We are looking forward to seeing that whatever differences they have as a nation, whatever differences they have as a government and the people, they need to sort it out, and it needs to keep the work going, because if the work does not go on, then East Africa as a whole suffers. We are one, and we believe that that bid will really be successful in one way or another. On the other side, of course, the other thing that I also wanted to talk about is the Mandela National Stadium. A lot of people have been coming out and talking about how the stadium should not host games, it should not host anything beyond football, how it's supposed to be preserved. And I've always told you that this stadium needs to make money for it to be self-sustaining. And the only way it can make money is to use non-football related activities that include concerts, that include prayers, that include meetings, rallies, and all that stuff to really generate the income that they can use to sustain them for a full year. Because, like I told you, football, you might have 4 games a year, especially for the national team, and maybe the Premier League games, but they don't generate enough money which can really help the stadiums self-sustain themselves. So we need to find a way of earning money as a nation, especially from this infrastructure, for them to be self-sustaining, to prevent government getting into losses trying to maintain them, which might lead to a lot of debts. And then on the other side, even the day-to-day running of these stadiums might be impacted, because government has a lot to deal with now. If you have more than one stadium, over like 7 stadiums, because now infrastructure development is becoming something of now a daily routine. It's becoming something that we need to get used to. It's taking shape in Uganda. So the only way we can help government not incur debts, not get into a lot of challenges trying to modify the stadiums and make them up to the standard, the stadiums need to be self-sustaining. That is why Mandela National Stadium should be that way. But the latest I've got from a few insiders in there, I've got to know that Mandela will be hosting other non-football related activities, which would include concerts. I don't want to go into detail because it's no news that has been put out to the public out there, but I have to give you a hint, especially for people that have been following this page, because we are so much into the local infrastructure and seeing how we are building up to the different tournaments that are coming our way. But I have to let you know that it's going to be hosting activities. It might be concert, it might be prayer meetings, and it's going to be coming as early as this year. So for all of you out that are following this page, mark my words, it's going to be on, and we expect to see something happening in Namboole, which is not football related. So they have a plan. One thing I know, they have a plan to get a pitch cover, but even without the pitch cover itself, they have a way of maintaining that stadium for the surface itself, because the biggest problem, I don't think, is with the stands and all there. Usually the people that go there for different things, maybe prayer rallies or maybe concerts, are not violent as football fans. Football fans are violent. They are crazy. They sit, they jump, they do anything. So it's easy to preserve that stadium, especially the stands and other places out there when there's another activity other than football. So the only challenge comes with this playing surface, the grass itself, which I think now is beyond reach for any person who's not playing football. I don't think anyone will really utilize it for anything. Stepping on it and unnecessary movement, putting stages, putting things there, it won't be accepted. That one I know, and that is a principle that they're going to be following all the way through, unless they get the pitch cover, which I think is also under consideration, and they are going to be sourcing it out. But the question would be, when will it come? That is a question that will be answered by the people that are running the stadium. I will not give you a date, but I think it's being, in fact, I don't think it is being worked on, and they are trying to see that it comes in to help this stadium generate money, because we all know that, first of all, there are people that had booked Namboole even before its renovation that still, still demand, not demanding, but they still have contracts that are running, and Namboole needs to meet those contracts. I know that Namboole is obliged to meet the contracts, and they will be meeting them, and they cannot meet them by returning the money, because they're not going to do that. They are going to be hosting those activities in that stadium. So that is one of the things that I can tell you, and I'm 100% sure there's going to be activity. Even this year, there's going to be activity in Namboole, which is not football related. But I know there is a plan. I know there's a plan to limit the amount of people that are getting in. You remember now, it's not going to be open stands that everyone would just come in. It's going to be limited even at the gate. The number of people that are supposed to be getting into the stadium will be limited by the controls, the measures that they put in place. When the specified number of the people that are supposed to be in the stadium reaches, then those will be locked and do. In fact, the system will already count the people that are getting in, and they will see that they eliminate, that frustration that comes with overload and spoiling the stadium. So that is one of the things that I wanted to pass on and to remind you that I'm very happy that this is going to be happening, because I want to see this stadium generate money, because that is the only way we can maintain such a good facility. We can preserve the amount of money that has been spent there. And when it comes to 2027, those are like 3 years from now, or 2 years, whatever. It looks very, very, very long for a stadium to just sit there and stand there and be stagnant, only waiting for football games. The football games do not even generate the amount of money because the fans do not go to the stadiums like we expect, especially for the Premier League games. So there is a way they need to generate money, and I think they've thought through that very much, and they've really looked at an investment of a pitch cover and all the other things to sustain the stadium as an option that really would make it more profitable. So that is what I can tell you, and that is what I really want to share with you today. Thank you so much for being part of Brinetic Sports. Every single day of the week, we try to find the stories that really meet your satisfaction, especially from the local scene and also the international scene. As we go on, we expect to develop more, give you the latest transfer speculation. We are reaching an extent when the Euros are done, we are going to be having more of the talk of all your teams, especially from the Premier League and all the other countries, to see how they are preparing for the next coming season. It's going to be hot like cake, so I expect to be also here to let you know more of the stuff that is coming in from there. My name is Brian. Enjoy this interesting day. God bless you, and don't forget to subscribe as well as share this page with the people out there. God bless you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.